This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi, and today we have an exciting episode where I really want to hear your feedback on some of the most, exciting shoes coming out for the new return of the basketball season and some of the shoes we haven't been able to test. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see me compare? And let's take a look at what we have and what we should start with first. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and thank you for joining us. We mostly do basketball shoes. We have been doing a lot of running shoes and we often do some training shoes, or I guess every now and then. Now we'll do more kind of street gears and lifestyle shoes coming up shortly, but all in all, Sneaker Channel, really appreciate you guys. Feel free to check out the podcast, the Sneaker Gears podcast. We kind of go over the news and makes it a little easier for me to put more content out. But guys, I have 3 shoes behind me that I am incredibly excited to get to the courts. I'm right now trying to finalize some places where I'm able to play again, so I'll give you guys my feedback and actually be able to do reviews for you, which is really something I miss doing as far as playing, and hopefully you guys miss getting out some reviews from Sneaker Gears. Now there's one shoe I never finished testing. That was the KD13. I had a few videos out there. I was able to play once in them, but obviously that is not complete. I think that is probably one of the best shoes of the year. I have been wearing it more and more casually as I kind of do want to get a second pair, and I wanted to give you a full update of that. So that might be the first shoe, so let me know what you want that compared to. I also do have 3 more shoes coming in, and I'll go over that at the end of the video here. So I wanted to give you a full scope. So overall, I think we got about 6 pairs here. Now one shoe I do have, but I will not be kind of putting it to the test, is the Puma Clyde Hardwood. That is something I think looks incredible. I will be playing in them. I might do a comparison, but I'm not necessarily going to be doing a full review on it just because they are a little bit older, and honestly I don't think they stack up against some of the best shoes on the market, but that doesn't mean they're still not worth considering. So let me know your thoughts on that if you want to see me do a full review on those. And finally, some of the newest shoes coming out I'm excited for are from Adidas, the Next Level 2 or the 2020, the Don Issue 2, as well as the Pro Boost, and I'm looking forward to the low. So those are 3 shoes from the Adidas camp that I am excited to get, and we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to be watching the reviews or if that's something you guys want to hear how they compare. But all that said, let's jump into what do we have here in the back, and hopefully we got some top performers. All right, the first shoe I'm incredibly excited to try is one of the only shoes from Adidas that is coming with a full boost upper, and that is the Byw X2. So BYW is Boost You Wear. They did have the BYW 2, and that is just a lifestyle shoe. The X means this is for the courts, this is for basketball. This thing is super cool. Now, forgive me, this was a collab with Byw. I was able to get this in my size 12, so this isn't the 100% one you got from adidas.com, but I believe performance-wise this is going to be the same as far as the tooling, the traction, everything goes. It's more of just an upgraded look and materials. Super breathable, so it's something that I think is going to be fine outdoors as far as the upper. The rubber is actually really hard. I can't flex this at all. I don't know if you guys can take a look here. It is really a kind of a herringbone, but with a little bit of that wave pattern that the Adidas has done in the past. So this hopefully performs well. I'm excited about this. It's light, it has boost. Now the only other shoe that's going to have boost is that Pro Boost, and that actually has a boost liner or insole on top of a light strike outsole or midsole. So you have kind of boost on top of light strike. That looks to be pretty decent, so that's what I'm excited to get whenever it comes in. Otherwise, this is probably the one I'm most excited about. Even with the Next Level 2, you're gonna have more light strike, as well as the Don Issue 2, which also appears to be sticking with bounce, I believe. The next shoe I'm really excited to try out is actually a shoe that I was not very high on. In the beginning of the year, the initial releases that came out were god awful. They did improve it with their pseudo kind of version 2 that I think they revamped a little bit more of the traction compounds, as well as retuned the air unit, and that's the Lebron 17 in this graffiti colorway. Woo! Man, this looks good. Now, I actually have the original LeBron 6 that's pretty much dead stock, so I'll be able to break that out, do a comparison. I might actually just take that to the court and see how these compare when you got 11 years apart. Since the video with LeBron 17, if you guys watch the channel, you can feel free to check those videos out. I know a lot of people only watch one or the other video. My initial video was pretty much calling LeBron 17 a fake, because the player edition that he wears is so vastly different, I think, over any general release two-player edition that we've ever seen. It's a gigantic leap where it's not even LeBron 17. What we're getting is not what he's really playing in. All that said, I do have a pair of LeBron 17 regulars. I do have this kind of upgraded version, and this does appear to be a performance upgrade since we're getting a little bit more lateral containment. It looks like we should have a little bit more lockdown, more containment back here in the heel, and all in all, it looks incredible. Now, we'll see how the cushion performs. I was fortunate enough to get this in my size 12.5, which, if you saw the early review, made a huge difference in the fitting, but I'll have an update on that for you soon. And if we go back to LeBron 15, the best performer of that year was also kind of a collab, and that was the Ronnie Fieg Armor Edition. This, with that additional embroidery, with that zipper enclosure that really just helped with containment, both laterally and lockdown, really made a huge difference in making this probably the best LeBron 15 performer. Now, the only one I didn't get to try in LeBron 15 was one of the LeBron watch ones with the Deion Sanders mix. That one with the Velcro strap did look like it would also help containment. But that being said, I think LeBron 16 in general leapfrogged this in pretty much every category. I kind of have the same high hopes for this, that this will be an upgrade from the LeBron 17, but we'll have a full review on that whole series coming up as soon as we can. And finally, in my attempt to kind of shed some light on some information that's been going online on another sneaker channel and Instagram feed that I don't want to name, they're really pushing that the Chinese brands are making vastly superior shoes. And on that note, I'm going to say yes and no. They make some great shoes, and I have shoes coming in from pretty much all the top manufacturers from China. First, we have the Way of Wade 8 from Li Ning. This thing on just try on, I have not played in this in any way, is beastly in a great way. The fit I found on this for my foot, especially being a wide footer, is incredible. The traction is beyond durable. The support is crazy. This is something I think Dwayne Wade could play in today, obviously with his older knees and him needing more support and cushion. This feels like something like Jordan did with the 17 and 18 when he came back with the Wizards, where you had a lot of support in 17, a lot of cushion in the 18. This thing appears to be phenomenal, so I can't wait to take this on court. Now, this is also a really expensive shoe, and I do want to give a quick shout out, and I'll give a full promotion to the Edition Boutique. I reached out to them directly on their Instagram, direct messaged them, and they were kind enough to give me a link, and I was able to get these, I think, slightly before the release. So really appreciate them. Obviously, with the pandemic, not being able to play with it, this is already months past. It kind of doesn't matter as far as the timing, but I'm still incredibly grateful. And this shoe, I think, is just incredible. Such a great looking performance shoe. Now, this is the Zaire Wade Edition colorway with the lightning, and this has the Cadora fabric. So this is something that is incredibly durable, but you're paying for that. You're paying a premium price at close to $200 for a shoe that is really durable and should be high performing. So I hate hearing how Chinese manufacturers are doing things cheaper, or they're not as good performance wise. They can be every bit as good, but you're still paying for it no matter where you're buying it anywhere in the world. Now, the other shoes I have coming in are the Anta Gh1. That is one that has been a hard time to track down, simply because I've not been able to find those in the size 12 or 13. They only sell them up to size 11. I was able to find an eBay seller who has those coming in a size 13. I heard they run big, so we'll figure out if I have to double socket. And unfortunately, if they don't work for whatever reason, sizing wise, guys, I know I have a lot of big feet players following me. I'm more than happy to sell them to you and hopefully get them in some good hands. We'll see how they perform, assuming they fit. And finally, we do have the Peak Lightning Underground. Underground, or not Lightning, I think just the Peak Underground. That is Lou Williams shoe, and that does have their Tai Chi cushioning. So that is supposed to be a really comfortable shoe with generally great traction just because it's harder rubber. That's coming in. Now they said that's going to be coming in a while, so with the coronavirus shipping delays, we'll see when those make it in. But all three from Peak, Anta, and Li-Ning, we have some of the top performance shoes from China that I'm able to do full reviews and comparisons on and give you guys a full breakdown. So we got a lot of content coming your way. I got a lot of work to put in. If you guys have not followed the channel, I do try to put in at least 15 hours of play. I do try to play on at least 4 different courts, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the court thing just because of the current situation. And I do like to break things down by comparison, showing what other shoes they go through. So guys, put in the comments below, what do you want to see first? What do you want to see them compare to? What are your thoughts? If there's anything I'm missing, we have the BB Next from Nike also coming in, and that's going to be, in my opinion, down the totem pole in just the order I'm doing things, not because I'm not excited about it. I think that's all the shoes we have coming in, so pretty exciting stuff, guys. I'm excited to hopefully get more content out to you. Really appreciate your feedback and your thoughts. Please consider subscribing, following us on Instagram, and following that podcast. As always, I really appreciate you. This is Byw Sneaker Gears, and I will come at you later.